is a beautiful Friday afternoon. I don't really have much going on here. Oh man, you can see. I just realized that. Alright, so I must have left this tub open a little bit. Just a very little bit, and I didn't realize it. This is my it's a pastel. It was sold to me as a super pastel because the blushing of the head was a little bit more than the other pastels in the clutch. I didn't breed her, but I think it's just a regular pastel, and the breeder thinks it's a super pastel, but he said it also could be a pastel, so I just label it as a pastel. But anyways, you got to be real careful when you close these tubs, especially when you're feeding them. So like, I left a mouse in here, and I must have had it open just a little bit, that it looked closed, but it wasn't. And you could see the stupid mouse was chewing on my rack. You can see it. Damn, he must have been doing it for a while too, because you can see on this side and this side. And what's funny is, it's exactly where if you look at these tubs, it's exactly where these cutouts are. So it just gave him enough room. It just gave him enough room in here to freaking chew enough that he could wedge his head in there and push out, because this snake actually got loose, and I was like, man, I don't remember leaving it open that much, and that's exactly what happened. It was just enough that he could get his little nose in there, start chewing away to clear it out, that he can, you know, push this open and escape. Because the mouse escaped too, but I caught the mouse first because I saw him popping his head out under one of my other racks. I grabbed him because they're friendly. They see me. They know. They don't really view me as a threat. But let me show you what I mean about this snake's been. It's okay. I've been feeding it mice because that's all he eats, or she eats, I should say. But you can see the blushing. It has a nice blushed out head, but then when you look at the body, it doesn't scream super. I mean, it got some nice colors and blushing, but not what a typical super pastel would have. Even though pastel to pastel was in the pairing, I just think it's a really nice pastel. But either way, you know, he's a breeder I really like dealing with. I got her at a good price. I'm gonna grow her out. The reason I got her is because I want to grow my clown collection. So I got a lot of het clowns. And she's 100% het clown. Yep, get back in there. But yeah, she actually got out too. But every time a snake gets out, like, for me, they don't go that far. You know, they pop behind something, they go in between the tubs. And I usually check these on a couple times a day, so it's not like they get too far. But I don't really have anything crazy going on. I pulled that male that I got out, that I just got in. Let's see if he's done locking. Nope, he's still locking. So I actually pulled out that Jedi yellow belly, and I got him paired up to. Actually, he paired up to a normal already, and I got him paired up to a pastel that's ready to breed. She's actually the oldest snake in my collection. I picked her up from somebody that wasn't breeding, just had her, and you know, wanted to rehome her. So that's what I got going on here. That's pretty much it. I will be going to a Lebanon reptile show here in PA, and I'm going to be recording it, and I'm going to post it on my YouTube. So if you guys want to see what they had going on there and wasn't able to make it, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification button, so when I do post that video, you'll be able to get access to it to see what they have going on in Lebanon. I like going on to the Lebanon Family Reptile Show. They do it all the time. Usually they do it on Sundays, and that's why I like it, because I don't work Sundays, so it gives me opportunity to get out there a little bit more. All the other shows are on Saturdays, and I just happen to have Saturday off. But I also got some females pairing. They're still building. I mean, this is I got two females. I've been pairing her since maybe like September. She's soaking in her bowl. She's building still pretty thick. Same thing with my normal. Soaking. The normal's actually glowing. Like, she doesn't look like she normally does. Like, she's very light. Not like a full-blown ghost kind of glowing, but she has a nice color to her. Let's see what else we got. She's just looking thick. I need to palpate her. But man, she, even like feeling her now, like she feels super heavy. I don't want to hold her too much. I thought she had tail suck, but when I look under, there's nothing. But she's definitely still building. If not, almost ready to ovulate. I thought she did ovulate, but she didn't. So like this is my first year breeding, so I'm still trying to learn about how this all goes down. She did look like she ovulated, but they say you can't miss it, but some people told me you can miss it. So I don't know. I check them a lot, so I know I should have at least probably caught it by now, but I didn't. But I'm trying to be patient. You know, I think these 4 females are the ones I've been breeding this whole time. So I'm pretty sure they're all going to go either around the same time or exactly a month from each other. I don't know. A couple of them did refuse food. And it's funny because I fed her, the one that I've been pregnant since August, she refused food too. She actually shed, but I offered her food and she ate. So I'm like, all right, so more likely. And she hasn't eaten for like 15 to 20 days. So I don't know if you can build follicles that much, go off food, and then absorb them in that short period of time. I'm not 100% sure, but I guess I'm going to see. I hope she does go because I've been waiting a very long time for her. But besides that, I've just been cleaning, taking care of my animals. Hopefully, maybe I might pick something up tomorrow. I don't know. It's one of my favorites too. GHI Mojave. I've been wanting Mojave in my collection for like 7 years. But it's weird, the shows around me at one point didn't have Mojave in anything. I mean, it was if they did, they kept it, and it was very hard to find. But at that time I only went to shows in, Hamburg. But now like you go to shows and I see GHI and a lot of things, but they're like 4 or 5 gene animals, and you know they want what they deserve for them, but it's out of my price range. I'm not rich. I mean, maybe when I start producing stuff and selling snakes, this female's about to go in shed, start producing snakes, I'll want to invest in more pricier snakes, but all the genes that I want right now are in my collection. I do want chocolate. I'm going to be in the market for chocolate. I wanted Wookiee, but from what I understand, even Justin Kaboka said that Wookiee and chocolate, he thinks they're the same. I don't remember if he said they were the same or he thinks they're the same, but either way, I don't want to pay Wookiee prices, so I'm going to settle for a chocolate. So maybe if I find a chocolate tomorrow, I might jump on it. I do want blackhead too. And besides that, everything else I'm going to make on my own. You know, I got pies. I got a couple female pies I'm growing out. I got het pies, pet clowns. I got some visual clowns. And they're all doing pretty well. I got calico in my collection. I think she's about to shed. Yeah, she's about to shed. You know, this female's actually growing pretty nice for me. I just moved her up to a 15-quart tub. This is my pastel clown. I think she's spot nose. Spot nose was in the pairing. He sold her to me as a pastel clown. I did go on his morph market when I bought her. I got her for a really good deal. I fell in love with her. I love her pattern. It seems like a lot of the other pastel clowns, the black around the alien heads is more bold, and you can see hers aren't bold like that. But when I look at pastel spot nose clowns, they look more like this. So he had a pastel spot nose clown in his clutch. It looked a little bit better than this one did. So I'm guessing possibly she has spot nose. And the other indicator too that really got me thinking that is, if you look at her head, hopefully you guys are picking that up, the pattern's more broken up. When you look at pastel spot nose clown, you see the pattern on the head broken up, versus pastel clown, you see it's more connected on the nose. And I compared hundreds of pictures on that, and even when I asked guys to help me ID it, a lot of, there's like, I think there's only like 2 people that answered me, but they would say that they thought this was a pastel spot nose clown. So if this is spot nose in it, I pretty much hit the jackpot. If it doesn't have it, I do have spot nose in my collection. I'll eventually get it in clown. But like I said, it's one of those things, like I don't want to spend money on a spot nose het clown or anything like that right now, because the pricing on it is kind of nuts. So I do have a male orange dream spot nose enchi. So eventually that guy's gonna go to her, and then we're gonna make some hets, and then I'm gonna make my old spot nose head clown. And by then it might be too late. I really don't care. It'll be nice to make some Batmans, but I don't have to. But yeah, she was a picky eater. All my pastels are a picky eater, but she eats great now, and she's growing beautifully. So I'm actually pretty happy with that. And that's it. I just wanted to talk a little bit about what I got going on. I do gotta up my rat production. I make just enough rats to feed 42 of my snakes. Right now, like, I ran out of smalls, and I'm gonna have to buy some frozen smalls from a buddy of mine. So I kind of knew I had to do that, but I held off making another rack and getting more rats. I did just get some African soft furs, so I'm gonna be breeding those. And the only reason I got African soft furs is because I do got like this pastel female, kind of a picky eater. She eats mice. I don't want her always eating mice, so maybe I'll just feed her African soft furs. But I did get those because I have that imported African ball python that she's not eating anything. She might just be off food, but I didn't want to take that chance, so it's kind of hard to get African soft furs in my area. So I found somebody that I got some off of, and I'm going to start breeding it myself and feeding only snakes that actually have to have it. I don't want to give it to all my snakes. But if you guys enjoyed my video, please like, share, subscribe. I appreciate you guys watching and supporting me. If you keep watching me, you see how I grow, you see where I'm at right now. I mean, I have a decent amount of rack space, and you guys can't see it all, so you might just see like 2. But I got, what, 16 32 quarts. I got 4 41 quarts. Let's see, I got 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, I have enough for 40 something full-grown adult ball pythons right now. So if you follow me, subscribe, see how I grow. Hopefully in a year or 2 we're gonna move from here, and I'll be able to, get my ARS rack, which I do want to try to get it next year. And you can start seeing how, like, my collection is growing. Like, I have enough females to do what I want to do. I'm growing out over like 25 26 female ball pythons that are going to be breeding females for me. Right now I have 6 breeding females. Next year I should have, let's see, 10 or 12 breeding females going. And if I do get some of these hatchlings up to size, they're not even hatchlings anymore. They're almost sub-adult. So if I get them up to breeding size, I'll probably still wait another year. But that's why I did what I'm doing. And I'm probably gonna buy like 2 more sub-adult females, because I want to kind of double my production every year, and that's kind of where I'm going for. So if you guys follow me, like and share and subscribe, watch me grow, see how it's gonna go down in BallsRus, because I do plan on taking off and just really breeding some beautiful quality animals. And I do appreciate everything that you guys do for me on Instagram and on Facebook by liking all my stuff and subscribing. And if you guys can keep doing that, I really appreciate it. Have a great weekend. Take care.